Hi there, I'm Imogen Mellor from PC Gamer, and I am joined by Kerbal Space Program 2's Nate Simpson. Would you like to introduce yourself, Nate?
Hi, I'm Nate Simpson. I'm the creative director for KSP2.
Okay, so Kerbal Space Program 2 coming up, early access, all that jazz. When we talked in early 2020, one of the features you highlighted were the new tutorial videos to teach people how to play. Can you talk a little bit about that, and can you talk about what we'll be seeing in early access?
One experience that a lot of people had in KSP1, even if they had a pre-existing subject matter interest, it really kind of has a reputation as a game that's pretty hard to get into. So one of the big priorities for us going into KSP2 was to re-tutorialize the game. We've created these fully animated, fully interactive tutorials that are meant to teach basic rocketry. On day one of early access, we've got our basic rocketry and our basic orbital mechanics tutorials already in place. And one of the things we want to learn from early access is how good of a job are these tutorials doing teaching these basic concepts. So we're looking forward to seeing what we find.
And can you talk about how you expect to be layering the features in early access? What comes first?
Right out of the gate, day one, early access, it's functionally sandbox. What we're doing is validating the basic physics, basic flight systems, vehicle construction, all the things that make Kerbal Kerbal. The second big rollout is going to be science mode. That'll be our first progression mode that we're bringing into the game that rewards exploration with kind of increasing technology levels and new kinds of parts. And then going forward from that, we have colonies, which is a big new thing for KSP2. We'll be adding new star systems over the course of early access. The first of the new star systems is called the Deb system. And once we've got all those things together, we're going to wrap it up with a nice big bow and deliver multiplayer, which is, I think, a thing that a lot of us are very eager to experience. Multiplayer introduces the concept of agencies. So you can work alongside friends within a single agency, contributing to a single space program in a way that's cooperative, but you can also play competitively between agencies, each of which is located at a different location on Kerbin. So with multi-agency play, you can have space races.
And for seasoned Kerbal players, are there any changes right now that they're going to run into and go, thank God, that's so much easier or like better right now?
There are a lot more convenience improvements. Probably the biggest one is time warp under acceleration. You can now time warp while you are burning an engine. Procedural wings make airplane construction a lot easier. And then in general, the vehicle assembly building is just lovely to navigate now. There's a higher number of parts, but those parts are much easier to find in the part palette.
And do you expect players to be able to keep their save files through early access into the main game? So can people prep for interstellar travel up till like 1.0 comes out?
So forward compatibility of craft files is a really important thing for us, but early access being early access, all I can express is a strong hope that vehicles that you build on day one of early access will still be forward compatible when we hit 1.0.
And how are colonies going to change how we play Kerbal?
Colonies are going to change everything. Colony gameplay is about facilitating the collection of resources. And there's a system that works hand in hand with colonies called the delivery route system. I can drive a resource extractor out to a resource deposit, drill for it, extract it, drive it back, and then turn that into a repeating delivery. And then the delivery route system does something even cooler, which you can automate the transportation of resources from one colony to another colony. Once you have that capability, you can set up like orbital colonies that are functionally hubs to which you're ferrying resources from multiple star systems even.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much. It was great to meet you.